And as you can see here, now Bradley's going to try to go by Herfoss down the back straightaways. We see Cam Peterson sitting in the pits, super frustrating. Bradley, or is that Herfoss? I think it was Bradley was trying to do something.
Bradley
yeah,
went up the
was
inside of Herfoss. He parked everybody, and now all of a sudden, Kyle's got more. It's Herfoss going up the inside, sliding his Indian motorcycle sideways, and that is allowing Kyle Wyman to get away. What a head start Kyle has with half a lap in the books.
And Bradley, I just saw Bradley's bike shake really bad going down here. So, and I'm trying to figure out, it's one of the Vance and Hines Harleys. It's probably Hayden Gillum. They're in 5th. So, man, a lot of action at the beginning of this race. Herfoss just didn't want to do anything to let Kyle Wyman get away, but it is too late. Herfoss is going to have to put down some serious laps. You just get the feeling, Greg. You see Bradley now. There's O'Hara is there. That is Hayden Gillum and Rispoli. So 2nd through 6th are all very close. I just got the feeling, Greg, when you look at the points lead that Kyle Wyman has already gathered from this year, this was going to be such an important race for Herfoss to try to come out and win. He's behind his teammate in points.
Able to hold him off as now Smith, after his very so Herfoss goes wide. Wow. And he's out of the racetrack. And now Rispoli is in 3rd place. And there's Tyler O'Hara in 4th.
Man, Troy is just trying so hard, and he's just not getting the cooperation right now from his bike. As you see O'Hara, it is so good to see Tyler O'Hara putting in this fight on his factory Indian. He's been working very hard away from the track, Craig. Love following his Instagram. Tyler O'Hara's been with Indian for a number of years. As you see these guys now come down, and now Rispoli makes a mistake. Gets into the draft, and Bradley Smith gets drawn in. That's a mistake that you wouldn't expect to see from somebody like James, but James is going to regroup. He's got to regroup now. Hayden Gillum all the while seeing all this action happening around him. Yeah, you're going to see here, James is down just to the inside. He doesn't feel like he can get the bike stopped, and he's just going to barely miss the back of Bradley. So it's just, he just outbraked himself. The good news is for James, let's see what this lap time is for Bradley Smith. Bradley Smith goes 2:18.3 to Kyle Wyman's 2:18.7.
A note, in that challenge race that you were talking about, Kyle Wyman did a 2:17.452. That is the outright track record. Or did a 2:17.526, I mean, 1/10 of a second off of his pole, which is an outright track record. So Kyle Wyman might have something in the tank if Bradley Smith gets too close for comfort. But it's all about Rispoli marching forward right now on this silver livery motorcycle of his Harley Davidson.
I think for Kyle, reading his pit board, when he starts to see if he's got the number of who's behind him, he's going to know it's his teammate. But more importantly, as you see Hayden Gillum now takes a shot at Tyler O'Hara down into turn 8. He's going to make that pass on his Vance and Hines Harley Davidson. The Vance and Hines Harleys this weekend, Greg, it's been really nice. Setups are a little bit different on these bikes. Kyle's got a lot more time on it. Bradley brings in a fresh perspective. And again, Greg, as you point to it, red sectors coming up again for Bradley Smith. Wouldn't be surprised to see this lap here could get into the 17s.
That is some good kit for both of these bikes. And from what I understand, Jay, you were telling me the riders had the choice, right? The choice to pick which of the liveries they wanted as we go on our final lap. So the white flag is out. Bradley Smith once again fastest lap of the race, 0.2 of a second quicker, as Rispoli has now notched himself into 3rd place, getting around the number 1. So if this is the way it's going to end, Harley lockout here in front of their home crowd just an hour down the street in Milwaukee. But what kind of race are we going to have at the end of this one? Kyle Wyman's going to know from his pit board last time he came up the front straightaway, the communication that the teams have with the riders. No radios in MotoAmerica road racing here in Mission King of the Baggers, but it looks like Kyle Wyman is on the hurry up as he just went his fastest sector 1 of the race, 0.2 of a second quicker than his teammate. But this battle for 3rd that you're looking at right there, Rispoli on that factory Harley Davidson Dyno Jet machine leading the way, and Troy Herfoss, if he's going to be close enough, is not going to hand it to Rispoli by any stretch. And then Tyler O'Hara has joined the battle as well.
That's where James just got to keep his head looking forward. He's got pace. He's got to keep his head looking forward. You saw him look back a little bit as he came out of turn 6. But for the 43, he's going to be feeling some pressure. He sees his 2 teammates up in the front, and he would love nothing more than to see his whole crew of Harley Davidson mechanics that work so hard underneath that tent each week. And as Tyler makes a small mistake, just gets in there a little bit wide. Not Tyler, but Troy just a little bit wide in and through the middle of that corner. So you can just tell that Troy's not quite happy with what's going on. He's expecting the bike to do something that it's just not quite doing for the number one, and he is doing everything he can. As Bradley Smith, Greg, he's there. He is actually there as they head down into Canada corner. Bradley Smith's close enough to draft at the line now.
This could be a heartbreaker for the 33 of Kyle Wyman.
Ooh, Kyle got out of there good.
He certainly did, but Bradley Smith getting behind the windscreen and trying to get a draft. It is a long run up the front straightaway. Kyle rips it through that section, but here we go. What does Bradley Smith have in the tank as they come onto the front straightaway for the final time? The checker flag will be flying. Smith trying to get into the draft. It doesn't look like he's got it for the moment, but up the hill they go. Is that draft going to play a role? Smith not having it. Kyle Wyman takes victory by 0.2 of a second. And the other battle coming to the line is Rispoli gets the Harley-Davidson lockout, able to stand on the podium. So the factory Harley-Davidson Dyno Jet Racing team on their road glides will stand 1, 2, 3 in their home race here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. And is this what we're seeing from Bradley Smith for the rest of the season? This is a great racetrack to come to. It's not the most technical to learn.
Yeah.
But
it's long.
It's long. You don't get as many laps here to learn the track, but it's all about that draft. I think really, Jason, Bradley Smith with his experience paid off. But Kyle Wyman, listen to this crowd cheer. We're going to hear from Kyle when we come back. These teammates happy to celebrate together.
Because right now it's desperate. He's trying so hard. There's a lot of franticness. And but he will close the gap. That team will continue to work hard, but today it's all about the factory Harley team, and what a tremendous job they did.
Yeah, they're working hard themselves, and to look at these results and to look at those 3 factory riders all standing on the podium. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a 0.255 margin of victory for Kyle Wyman over Bradley Smith. And then James Rispoli had to fight back hard to get in front of those Indian challengers. And, of course, to stay in front of the Harley-Davidson Road Glide of Hayden Gillum as well.
Kyle, you got a really great start to that race, and you were able to gap the field, but your teammate was catching up to you at the end there, putting pressure on you. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, I saw such a big gap on the first lap, like 1.5, so I was like, okay, just stay focused, hit your marks, and board started coming down. Bradley was coming. He was riding really good. I was just not feeling exactly how I had all weekend up to this point, but it was enough. I'm so pumped. Harley-Davidson 1, 2, 3 on the podium with these beautiful liveries. We're like, yeah, I don't know. We're like a crew. I don't know. There's like some sort of name we could come up with, but I'm so happy to be up here. James, Bradley, this whole team. Let's go, Harley. Man, energy. I love it. Thank you.
Congrats, Kyle. Thank you. Moving right on over to second place and a very happy Bradley Smith. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this one. Incredible ride.
I just see the way that some of our rivals rode in the mission race, and I was like, okay, let's play that game. So the first few corners was interesting. So yeah, I just felt so good in the race. I was able to do low 18s, which was faster than my qualifying. I maybe would like one more lap to get to Kyle, but we can do that race tomorrow. We bullshitted about this legit, like, can we lock out the front row? Can we lock out the podium? We weren't sure whether it was possible, and we've done it at the 3rd round, so proud.
Big congratulations, second place. And rounding out our Mission King of the Baggers podium, James Rispoli, an excellent weekend all around for you, winning the Mission Challenge earlier, and now podium. Take us through it.
Man, that was scrappy. I saw Brad over there just taking absolute shots early on. You know, I took a couple shots myself. It didn't go too well, but, you know, I fought through the pack there. I got past Herfoss with a lap to go. I put a little bit of gap on him, but this isn't about us. This is about Harley-Davidson. Every single person behind you is here right now. If you look at this podium right now, it's all Harley-Davidson because we locked this motherfucker out. Woo!
Harley-Davidson Factory Racing 1, 2, 3 with the Davidson family on the race grounds, guys.
A quick look at the standings. Have Kyle Wyman, JP, 48 points.
That's amazing.
Ahead of Loris Baz. Again, 11th place for him, only 5 points.